This is Joe, the host of He Said, She Said, and I just want to let you know that it's important for you to gauge your audience. Each and every one of us, whether we like it or not, we're teachers. We teach people how to treat us. We teach the generations behind us how they should act, what's right, what's wrong. We all have, even if we don't have children, we know people of the younger generation or the generation after us that we are teaching. And so while you're teaching them, it's important to remember who your audience is, how to engage them, how to help them understand. Even when you enter into any level of relationship, whether it be work, home, school, romantic, you're teaching people about you. Every single one of us has a particular craft. Every single one of us has a particular gift or skill or talent. And if we're teaching people about or how to use that talent, if they have a similar talent, if we're trying to sharpen them to be all that God has called them to be, then in that moment, we have to gauge our audience. Sometimes we have to be able to be in a mode of dictating, meaning dictating in terms of instruction, giving instruction. But then other times, a conversation is more appropriate. I remember one time I was leading a Bible study, and it was something that came in my mind afterward was make it a conversation, not a dictation. Sometimes people like instructions like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or those 5 things that you wanted them to learn, you can make it in the form of a conversation. You can make it where it's a dialogue. I'm big. I love conversations. Anyone that knows me know I love conversations, which is why I'm thankful that God gave me He Said, She Said. It's so important for us to know our audience. In order for us to know and engage our audience, we have to be able to build that relationship with them to know which method of teaching they prefer. So the next time you find yourself in a teaching environment, which more than likely will be today, keep in mind who your audience is. Know your audience. Have an understanding of them in order for you to be able to teach them in the way in which they'll receive what you're teaching. Because I can walk right outside this room right now and start teaching people. But in order for me to take notice, even if I don't know them, take notice of the nonverbals that they're giving off. You ever explain something to someone's looking at you and their face starts scrunching up like this, almost like a napkin, you're starting to wrinkle up, they're like, or they're looking all around, or they're looking at you like a deer in headlights. It's probably because they don't understand. Try altering your approach. Try asking them to restate what they think that they are getting from what you're showing them. And then from there, fill in the gaps. But that takes a level of vigilance, which I know you have. You know you have it. And I'm encouraging you today to gauge your audience so that way they can receive all the information that God has poured inside of you, because you have a lot of information inside of you, but it's all about the delivery. It's all about how it's brought out. So, how will you gauge your audience today?